Right, a very warm welcome to this interview, the Moncler IR team. I have Paola Durante right in the middle here, head of IR, Alice Poggioli and Carlotta Fiorani. Fantastic that you're all joining us here to this interview. Let me start first of all by saying a very big congratulations to the fantastic win you have achieved in the Europe Executive Team Survey 2020. Where an overall Moncler came in first position in the luxury goods sector. So a fantastic achievement. Share with us your views on what those awards mean to you and your management, Paola.
But they are very, very important, actually. You know, when II comes out, the day is always for us an important day, moment. I have to say that we like to use a little bit of, let's say, slogan, we say, but when I thought about what really, when I think about what the II Awards means to me, I would use 3 R's. I say it's recognition, it's reward, and it's results.
Yeah, very, very.
We have 3, so.
The power of 3, yeah. Fantastic. And obviously, we've all gone through a tough year last year. It has been an unprecedented time for Moncler. Looking at the Q1 results, you've done a phenomenal job this year as well. Share with us a little bit, how did you overcome the challenges? What steps did you take in terms of investor relations practices to continue to engage with the investors and end market?
Yes, last year has been a very challenging, is the right word, a very challenging years because it was really difficult for us to understand what was going to happen, and therefore we needed to help our investors to understand with us something that was even more uncertain, even more volatile than any normal year. So we started really to engage, communicate with them even more often, continuously. I remember during the lockdowns, the very heavy lockdowns last year, I think we've been working 7 days for many weeks, 7 days a week for many weeks. So very availability, and try really. Of course, we didn't have all the answers at that time. The evolution was uncertain, but we really tried to be close to them and to help them understanding what we were doing in the organization, in Moncler, to face these challenging years. Digitalization, of course, has been very important because we've been working from home for months. So we all started to know Zoom, Teams, WebEx, Google Meet immediately. We started, yes, to really to engage even more with this also new channels. But I would say really help them and stay close to our investor base has been very important.
Yes, very good. And you've just mentioned a very important terminology here, IR digitization. I think it happened before the pandemic, and outside of Zoom and Teams and various communication channels, there are also other efforts that companies have actually made to make their processes a lot more efficient. How have you incorporated IR digitization in your IR workflow, and what are the areas that actually has been impacted by it?
But of course, the area that has been more impacted has been, as I was saying before, in terms of immediate reaction, to get closer and to get in touch with our investor base in a different way, because we couldn't travel, we couldn't go and see them, but we wanted to, to make us close to them. So all the tools to contact them, that was the first really and the most important part. Then all the other digital tools that we use, our website, our apps, the social media, LinkedIn, these are and continues to remain important. But I would say that the relationship with them, COVID has in somehow has even increased the importance of relationship, even if we couldn't have a physical relationship. So this, and then I have to say that I would love to to catch up a plane again very soon, to go and see them and to go back to, let's say, a normal way of engaging communication. But I'm sure it will happen.
All of us.
All of us.
Yeah,
yes.
I think all of us, exactly, Alicia. Yes, well. I mean, ESG is also of growing importance, and it's also an area that has really taken off during the pandemic. Share with us a little bit your ESG journey. Where are you at? What kind of reporting standards are you following? How do you find alignment in terms of materiality, metrics with investors? What are your engagement efforts with regards to that?
Yeah, very important. And actually, you are absolutely right. COVID has even increased, enhanced the this topic among investors. I was commenting recently during a meeting with one investor that 5 years ago, basically nobody asked about the ESG. 3 years ago, we got questions. So we used to get questions from Germans, from Scandi, from France, not much in other markets. Now we get this kind of question. There are conferences, and all our investor base, I would say 90% of our investor base is interested in and ask a question, but more than just ask question, they became really expert. So we have a sustainability team. We have done our non-financial report since 2000, that was called previously sustainability report, since 2016. We report GRI, but we also started to report and to consider SASB in terms of accounting. We have clearly all, we have last year, I think it was October, November, we published our sustainability plan, which is really Born to Protect. It's a Moncler sustainability plan, which has some challenges, I would say, target. But as I always say, well, not myself, but my colleagues in sustainability always says, sustainability is not, there is never a finish line. It's a journey that continues. It's like a marathon. Within the team, Carlotta is actually the person that works closer to our sustainability team, because the expertise that we need to develop is more and more really thorough, and you need to know in details, and this subject, which is not an easy one, actually is a very complicated subject. And so Carlotta is our SRI team member, but all of us, we are clearly involved in many situations with some investors calls or during the conference. Of course, we include in the teams also our colleagues from sustainability and from governance, because they are the expert.
Yeah, definitely. Very good. We've recently conducted a poll to just understand a little bit about the market sentiment with regards to activism. We canvassed buy-siders, so investors as well as corporates, and it was very interesting to see that the investors are expecting an increase in activism, and we've seen it actually over the past few months in various countries across different industry sectors. But corporates have actually not a strategy and plan to mitigate the risk of activist approaches. We've seen that actually over half do not have a strategy. So I want to ask you, Paola, what are your thoughts on that? Activists, is that an opportunity? Is that a threat? How do you mitigate that as a threat?
No, activist is, I would say, it's not an opportunity, but it's not even a threat. It's something that you have to have a strategy in place. We work with corporate brokers also on this, not only, but also, of course. But the real way to manage and to any activist threat is, of course, engage with your investor base, having an investor base that understands you, that talks to you regularly, that knows your management team, that is close to the top of the leadership team. This is really the way to, I would say, to engage. And then, of course, you need to have all the actions in place, but really engagement. And clearly, another important thing are results. But of course, this is something we work for every day. But the very important thing is to have a consolidated investor base that knows you and the management team.
Yes, very good. You've obviously, Paola, you have been in IR for a few years now. You were on the sell side as well before. We've seen that investor relations is constantly subject to external factors, whether it's regulatory changes or whether it's market volatility or the crisis that we've now all gone through. Where do you see the challenges or the opportunities in the future for the IR function as a strategic function in the company?
IR is absolutely a strategic function. Is really, but first of all, is the way you present the company to an important stakeholder, which are the investors, either equity or bond. And then is really a way, the way we have based and we have built this function in Moncler is really at the center of many different divisions, and we really analyze numbers, clearly work on the strategy, have a ongoing view on the market, on the competitors, on the competition environment. So is really a value added for our leadership team, is a value added. Also, we work very close to all the finance team, of course, but not only, a lot with the business. So we are really building something that is a sort of service. So we are at the center of, and we are really creating, trying because to create value to all, also not only corporate functions but also business functions, in order to help taking some right choice, defining a strategy, and building a stronger future for our company.
Yes, very well. You've obviously, as Moncler, have performed very highly for a number of years now in the Institutional Investor Executive Team survey, especially also in the IR program, where various attributes and qualities are being evaluated. Paola, share with us a little bit, what are your top tips when it comes to running such an effective IR team with the three ladies of you here? How is the structure?
First of all, I have to say that it's very important to have the right person on board. This is not easy. So talent in any divisions is always a critical and a strategic tool. So that I always tell them, when we do something, do it with passion, and try to be always curious, to go ahead, to go after, not just take something just as it is, but ask why, what can I do more, what should I, is this exactly what it is? So trying to put always a little bit of criticism, I don't know if you say, like spirito critico, it's called in Italian. So be passionate, because you need to love what you do, otherwise you will never do something in a very good way, but also try to put something on top of it that is actually yours, not just take everything as, but try always to look with your eyes. And I would like to ask Alice and Carlotta what they think about, because they've been with us. We've been together for now a few years, so it's...
Well, I think that the strength is really to be a good team, all the three of us together, because of course Paola is an amazing role model for all of us, but also the fact that we really like to come to the office to stay together. So we are a small little family somehow, and this is something that can give you the energy to go the extra mile sometimes.
This is very nice, actually. I have to say that I asked them to work Saturday and Sunday too many times, maybe.
Yes, I completely agree with Paola and Alice. This is actually my first working experience, but I would not change. Absolutely. I really love to work with them. Both Paola and Alice are quite a model for me, as Alice said for Paola, but I consider also Alice as a model for me. And as my father always told me, you need to really love what you do, because if you love your work, at the end you don't work any day of your life.
Yeah, fantastic. Very nice saying actually there. Well, I hope you ladies won't mind. We will switch gear now and we will go over a quick question round, and I hope you play along, and let's have fun here. First of all, name a historic person that you would like to meet, and what would you ask them?
Actually, I would like to meet Leonardo da Vinci. He's such an amazing, clearly status person. And I would be curious to understand how he would have thought the world would have been in 500 years' time. So how he would have seen the world that we are living today. He was such a person that was looking always ahead, really. So that was this is my curiosity.
Yeah, very good. And do you have a favorite band or singer or musician?
My favorite one is the Queen. I love the Queens, so I really like them. I hear them all the time. So
now I understand why you chose that setup with the black background and the black clothing all matching.
Exactly.
Exactly. You're right.
Alicia, a favorite quote from a movie that you use in life?
Yes, probably the favorite one is life is really like a box of chocolate. You never know what you get. And probably also in Moncler even more. Every day, every month, every year.
You never know what you get.
It's a new experience.
Yeah, I think we ate a lot of chocolate all of last year, I'm sure. And Carlotta, for you now, what is your favorite board game? I know you're a little bit younger. Obviously, are board games something that you do play, or is it more electronic?
Yes, I have many, but actually my favorite one is Monopoly, and I really used to play at it many times with a lot of friends. And even I miss it because today is not even possible anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Great game. And finally, do you have a resolution or certain objectives that you're pursuing for 2021?
Of course, defending our leadership.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope it works out for this year. As you know, the survey is underway now. So fingers crossed and good luck with that. And thank you, the three of you, for participating in this interview. It's such a delight. And thank you for sharing all the insights. Again, many congratulations on the fantastic achievement in the 2020 Europe Executive Team Survey, where you placed overall in first rank. So fantastic achievement again. Thank you so much for your time, and wishing you all the best for this year. Stay safe and stay well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.